What it do, Jive Turkeys, and welcome back to the Controversity. I'm your host, Ian Elliott-Carter, and today I have a very special guest. I fumbled his name in the past. It's not Alexander Hamilton, it's actually Alex Hampton, one of my fellow blurs. Welcome to the show, Alex. How you doing, brother?
I am doing good, man. It's a pleasure to be on the show, man. It's so fun that we get to collaborate, and we literally live like maybe an hour apart from each other. So that is really dope.
Oh, it's a celebration, my brother. It's a celebration. Well, in nerd news, there's a lot of people know this, especially people in the nerd community, that Disney, with all the money in the world, they purchased this huge investment in Fox. They purchased the Fox library, and in that Fox library, the X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
I was a huge X-Men fan back in the day. I loved the comics. I love everything they stand for. And I actually loved the television show. And I enjoyed half of the movies. So are you an X-Men fan?
Yeah, man. Like, I really enjoyed the movies. I really enjoyed the comics. Like, I was a huge, kind of still am, like a comic book nerd. Like, one of my biggest, my favorite runs of the X-Men were New Mutants and X Factor and X Force. My favorite X-Men TV show would have to be X-Men Evolution.
That's a good one.
That one was really good. But the movies, my favorite is Days of Future Past, X-Men First Class. I like Logan, most definitely, the Deadpool movies, and then that's essentially it.
I'm with
for
you.
The X-Men
movies. Days of Future Past and Logan are my two favorite X-Men movies. Of course, I love the first Deadpool more than the second one, but the second one's still good. Well, today we're going to be doing like the sports guys do. They do their fantasy football. We're going to do some fantasy casting. So now that the MCU and Disney have hands of the property X-Men, we got to say goodbye to our beloved old X-Men. And obviously, Hugh Jackman will always be Wolverine in my heart, and I think Deadpool is a wild card. Ryan Reynolds is still going to be Deadpool in the MCU, from what I hear. But everybody else, it's a free slate. So we're going to be doing some fantasy casting. You're gonna do your 5. I'm gonna do my 5. We're gonna and then do another 5 and another 5, and that's how we'll do it. So Alex, what are your first 5? Our first 5 are gonna be Scott, Jean, Professor X, Magneto, and Storm. Who would you cast for these guys?
For Professor X, and this is going to be really controversial.
Uh-oh.
And this is not even an actor.
Not even an actor.
Professor X, I want Roland Martin.
Roland Martin. Remind me who that is for Professor X?
Roland Martin is, he's a black media commentator.
Oh, okay.
He had a show called TV One. He also has a YouTube show called Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I know who that is.
Yeah. He's like a media commentator, and to have him as Professor, and he's a very intelligent dude. If you put him in that role as Professor X, you could literally shake up some things for the X-Men.
Yeah, you're gonna shake up fanhood too. They're gonna be protesting outside your house like, Alex, look what have you done? Roland Martin, Professor X.
For Cyclops, it would definitely have to be Stephen Amell. Really good dude. What he did in Arrow was amazing, and I think if he were to branch out into movies, he would definitely. I think he would do really well as Cyclops.
I've always thought he needed he always needed redemption from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. I think he got screwed over with the Casey Jones situation.
Yeah.
And I think he was
and I kind of liked it, but at the same time I'm like, it's not all that great, you know?
No, I get you. No, but he deserved better than that. He did, and I think that's a good choice
especially
for Scott.
His caliber, I think he would do really well with a Scott. But for Storm, originally I did write Nefessa Williams, and I'm like, I mean, granted, I would love to see her as Storm because I could see her doing that role, but I actually changed it. So for Storm, I would like to have, and I know she's already in the MCU, but I would kind of like to have Angela Bassett as Storm.
Angela Bassett as Storm. So she's gonna change from T'Challa's mom.
Like a multiverse.
She's gonna change from T'Challa's mom to T'Challa's girlfriend.
I didn't even think about that. That would be definitely weird. Okay, so I'm gonna keep Nefessa Williams.
I didn't know they got down like that in Wakanda. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. We definitely do not. Oh God, no. So yeah, I'm gonna keep Nefessa Williams. But Angela Bassett is a really, really good actor.
Oh, absolutely.
So I just saw like her becoming Storm. You know what's funny? Speaking of Black Panther, her portraying T'Challa's mom. T'Challa's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of does look like Storm with white hair.
I think no. When it comes to the look, you definitely got that down. Seriously. Yeah. And she was feisty in that movie she did with Martin Lawrence. What is it called? A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. That was a crazy one.
Yeah, that was crazy too. So I think both actors would be great, but since Angela's already in the MCU, we'll go ahead and give that to Nefessa.
It's not a bad choice.
Do Jean Grey next. Jean Grey was Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez. I
think she could. She would be an amazing actress for that. I can definitely see her killing that role.
Mm-hmm. And don't get it twisted, Selena Gomez can act. I seen the movie Spring Breakers. She's got some in depth acting skills.
Yeah, and the reason why I also picked her is because I think I originally had her as Mystique, but the reason why also I picked her, I think she can do the because at one point Jean led the X-Men. I think she'd be a dope leader.
Yeah.
So I think she could definitely lead that team if she were ever put in that position.
I'd follow Selena Gomez any day.
And then for Magneto, I would have to go with Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, dude, that might be my second pick right there. I was actually thinking about him. I didn't know his actual name, but yo, he's a very good pick, bro. That might be your best pick out of all these.
I think he is one of the most underrated actors, and if you guys watch, there's a series, I forget what it is. It's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. This man kills it. He is an amazing actor. I think that should, in my opinion, at least should be more recognized in the acting and fandom world. And if you put him as Magneto, I mean, you would be shaking up so many things. Like I would. If he were Magneto, I would join his team. That's just me.
Oh, he's that convincing. Well, Magneto has to be a convincing person because he's not just a bad guy. He's a bad guy that you can understand and relate to because of his past life. So, no, I like those picks, especially your Magneto pick. All right, here's mine. Cyclops Scott. I'm going to go with Nick Robson.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick.
Thank you. Appreciate that. He's well, he's not up and coming, but he was the guy from Love, Simon. He looks like he could play a good leader, and I felt like Scott from the X-Men series in the Fox series was a little he was let down. They did put all the focus on Wolverine. I do want to see Scott Summers doing the whole leading situation, and I think he would be a great leader. My Jean Grey, first controversial pick. A lot of people are going to be typing me death threats. But screw it, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Alright. Ariana Grande, I said it. Ariana Grande showed that she can act. Now, is she going to be Scarlett Johansson actress? I'm not gonna go that far with it. But she can act. Don't get it twisted. She's a great singer and she's a great actress. Very beautiful. She could definitely start a love triangle between Scott and Logan. I'd say that. So Ariana Grande is my choice. I understand that might not be a popular pick. But screw it. I'll go to my Storm. I'm going to go with Janelle Monáe. And I think Janelle Monáe, she's proven she can act like in the movie, I forgot what it was. That movie when they went to the moon, or she's one of the people that helped do the moon launching. And she had a small part in the movie Moonlight. So she's a very good actress, very good singer, and I think that she would look really good with T'Challa, and I fantasize about her myself. I like to see her as Storm. So my Professor Xavier, and it's hard to say this guy's name, but I'm going to go with David Oyelowo.
Yeah.
And I think that's how you say his name. He actually played Martin Luther King in the movie Selma, and that's part of the reason why I'm going with that, because Professor Xavier is based off of Martin Luther King, and we need a good leader, a good father figure, somebody that's all about the nonviolence and all about the rights at the same time. And I think this guy already knows the part of Martin Luther King. It's just the same role, honestly, for mutants. So
Yeah.
So Professor,
most definitely.
So that's my pick right there. And my last pick, Magneto. I'm gonna go with Denzel Washington.
Oh man.
And here's why.
Man.
Denzel's already proven that he could be a villain that's also likable and relatable, like he did in the movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, Training Day.
Oh yeah, King Kong ain't got shit on him.
That's real, bro. That's real. So I'm gonna go with Magneto just because, first of all, we haven't seen Denzel do a lot in a while, but he's still one of our greatest of all time.
Most definitely.
And I would love to see him in a comic book movie, and for him to bring that depth of why he's doing something, but you also understand why he's doing it. I think he would be perfect in the MCU as Magneto. All right, man.
Oh, most definitely.
Let's see your last five. We're gonna go with Jubilee, Gambit, Mystique, Beast, and Wolverine.
So with Beast, I think I would love to see a Bruce Campbell as Beast.
Ooh.
That would be amazing to see. Like, he's funny, he's intelligent, and he can handle himself. Like that.
That's important.
Would be so freaking amazing. I would love to see him as Beast. If you watch what was it? What was the series he was in? It was like a zombie series. I can't remember what it was called, but he was amazing in that. If you've seen Burn Notice, he was in that. That was amazing.
Good
so
movie.
So I would love to see him as Beast. But also for Gambit, I want to keep Channing Tatum as Gambit because Channing Tatum has serious chops.
He does.
This dude has elevated his acting from comedy to drama to action, and I think that when they announced him as Gambit, that was the perfect fit. I hope since now Gambit's under Disney, we will see a Gambit movie.
Yeah. Or
maybe a series, but keep him as Gambit. I would love to see that. For Wolverine, I'm gonna pick Jeffrey Donovan.
Okay.
From Burn Notice, the lead actor in Burn Notice.
This man likes this movie. Okay.
I think he. I mean, because I was it's funny. It's on Hulu, and during this quarantine, I was watching it. I was like, yo, he can fight. He gets angry.
That's
I would
important.
love to see him as Wolverine, or him or Joe Exotic, either or. I think that
Joe Exotic as Wolverine.
Now Joe Exotic as Wolverine. I mean, he has tigers. He clearly gets mad. He's probably been involved in murders.
Yeah,
who knows?
And Joe Exotic, if Joe Exotic as Wolverine, he wouldn't even be after Sabretooth. He'd be after Carol the whole time. Oh, I'm gonna kill you, bub.
Exactly. But for Mystique, I chose Melissa Bonet from the lead actress in Supergirl.
Absolutely.
I think she would be amazing in that as well. I think that she definitely can pull off the shapeshift. I think she can change her tones in terms of acting. I was recently watching an episode of Blue Bloods that she was in, and she was just there as a supporting character. And she was, I guess, a victim, and she knows how to change from being all powerful to very vulnerable. And I think that she could pull off Mystique really well. So for Jubilee, now she would be a little bit older, Jubilee. And I remember Jubilee from reading the X Factor comics. I would have to pick Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels.
Ooh, I've always had a crush on Lucy Liu, especially watching her in the Kill Bill movie. I've always thought she was cute, and
yeah, and she still looks young.
She does.
Like, I was watching this one series, I think this original series on Hulu that she's on. I'm like, yo, this girl ages really well.
All right. Well, here are my last five picks. All right, I'll start with my Jubilee. I'm gonna go with Brenda Song, it was the Asian girl from Zack and Cody and also the Social Network movie. I've always thought she was a good actress. I always thought she was slept on, but like recently she's been doing like low budget Netflix movies. That's no knock at her. I think she's great, but I just think a lot Hollywood and people slept on her. So I'd love to put her as Jubilee. I think that'd be a good redemption for her. Gambit, I'm actually going to agree with you on Channing Tatum. I've wrote Channing Tatum down, but my second choice would be Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu Reeves would be a good Gambit if he could pull that Cajun accent down. I could see him using the the stick and all that stuff too with the cards. I think that'd
You
be
know,
dope.
if they make the Gambit movie like a John Wick movie, that would be amazing.
I could see that. That'd be dope, actually. So my Mystique would be Sophia Botella. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Botella. It's the chick from she had those crazy legs in the Kingsman movie. She had a big part in the last Star Trek movie. I think she's great. I think she slept on as well. I think she can blend in to any part, and blending in is all about Mystique. And she's also very beautiful. And Mystique is one of those characters, like she just has to show up. She'll do her roles in their blue costume. She'll say her lines. That'll probably take a day. Everything else is just going to be other actors doing that role. So, you know, it's a simple character. But it's also a character that has depth if you want to go through her backstory. I'm going to go to Beast now, which is going to be a controversial pick. I'm going to go with Henry Cavill. And you know, I like Henry Cavill as Superman. I think he's been robbed with the scripts in the DC movies. They're not my favorite ones, but I do think Henry Cavill is a great actor, and I think he's very intelligent. And I think Beast is all about being intelligent, but also not taking your crap. Like, he'll still throw you through the wall. So I think Henry Cavill is he's a beast. If you ever seen this dude with his shirt off, he's a beast. And my last pick is going to be Wolverine. And my Wolverine pick is going to be Taron Egerton, which is the guy that played Elton John and the guy that plays in the Kingsman movies. Right now, he fits the short role. He's a great actor, and he looks like one of those actors that can really be a good guy that piss off. Like, I don't mean piss him off, but he could play a good pissed off role. And I think he can put the claws on and go to town.
Just age him up maybe like a couple years.
Age him up, but not too much, because you know this guy has been the same age since the 1800s. So
exactly.
So yeah, I think that's my pick. And I'm gonna throw a random one to you. And this is our last one. On spot, who do you think would be a good rogue?
For me, okay, so this is gonna be super controversial. Really good pick. It is Juicy Smouillet's sister, Journey Smollett.
You know, I can't even hate on that. You know, and it sucks that she has that last name. It's gonna haunt her for the rest of her life. But and I didn't like Birds of Prey, but I watched this show that she was on called Underground, and she is an amazing actress. She is very underrated. She definitely got the hair for it too. If they put that little gray streak right there, I think it could work. That's actually a good pick. I'm going to go with one, but actually, I probably would go with yours over mine. But I'm going to go with Mila Kunis. Honestly, she's a great actress. I would love to see her in a southern accent, see if she can pull it off. And that's the good thing about actors and actresses. It's all about changing who you are. And I think it would be a challenge for her, but, you know, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see if she's up for the challenge. And I think she's got the look for it, so...
That's actually a really good pick, too, because she's a great actress.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, do you guys like our picks? I know they were controversial, right? You know, but we're going to let the MCU do the casting because they have a great track record. Sorry, that was my talk.
Oh, it's okay.
So, do you like our picks? We're going to let the MCU do the casting because they have a great track record of casting. But listen, what are your picks? Let us know in the comments. And I'd like to thank Alex again for joining me on the Controversity.
Oh, thank you, man. It was such an honor, man. We definitely have to do this more often, man. And maybe one day when we're in the same city, we can just link up and do a video or something.
All right, man, if we survive this, it's going to happen. Real talk, man.
Oh, yeah. We got to get through this first.
All right, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel and help keep a brother off the streets. Love, peace, and chicken grease.